Good evening, Europe, and welcome to our Paboys Go Eurovision podcast, in which we will discuss one particular entry every single episode. And we are your hosts, Joris.
And Nikos, and every episode we will have a guest who will represent their country. And today we have Gunel to represent Russia. Welcome, Gunel.
Thank you. Hello. Привет.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Would
Yeah.
you mind to give a short introduction of yourself?
Of course. My name is Gunel and I'm 20 years old. I live in the Netherlands. I was born in Azerbaijan and I speak Russian.
Well, that's a very complicated matter right there, but I'm very happy that you can do Russia for us. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too.
Let's start with the first question we will ask everyone. And that is, what does Eurovision mean to you? How do you follow it?
Well, I watch Eurovision every year with my family. It's nice to see other countries and their talents. Especially, I like the countries Russia, Azerbaijan, and the Netherlands, of course. Because these languages are connected to me. So it's nice to hear songs from these languages.
So it's basically because you have a lot of heritage.
Yeah.
It is a big family thing to watch this, I suppose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you prepare the table with snacks the night before, and then you just have like the night of your life?
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking every year forward to it.
We are here tonight, of course, to discuss your country's song, which is Russian Woman by Manizha. Have you listened to it already?
Yes, I did.
Well, let's listen to a snippet of your song and then have the reactions.
Okay.
So, that was Russian Woman by Manizha. What's your first reaction, Gunel?
Well, it's not my favorite song, to be honest. But I like the beat. I think it has a Russian vibe, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
I totally understand what Gunel is saying. It does have this very ethnic sound, I suppose, together with this pop sound. It's also not very much my favorite. I don't really like this really hardcore kind of rap thing. It isn't just nice to hear. It's just a little bit annoying, actually. Thus I can see why people won't like it.
Yeah, I think the arrangement of this song is all over the place. There's not really like a structure that it's following, which is not necessarily bad, but for this song in particular, I find it very confusing and hard to predict. But maybe that's also one of the strengths of the song. And I also agree with you both. The ethnic sounds is very nice. Like the last couple of years, I don't remember Russia sending like Eastern European sounds, and this is a nice way to break this non-ethnic sound streak.
Yeah. So Gunel, it's of course it's Russian, so you understand every word of it, I'm sure. How's the song? Does it make sense? Is it a good story? What is she telling us?
The song is basically about strong woman, the life of woman, and what they're going through. The message is, woman, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You can do what you want. She's a real feminist, and you hear that in the song.
Yeah, all right, that's clear.
Yes.
Let's see, where are we now? Your question.
Oh, yes. So this song was chosen by a national selection. A lot of Eurovision fans expected that Little Big, the act that would go to Eurovision last year, would participate, but they decided against it because they didn't want the people of Russia and the people in Europe to compare their song You Know, which is the song from last year, to a potential song that they would sing this year. But maybe in the future, when the hype for You Know is over, do you think that Little Big should try to participate for Russia in the future?
Well, I will listen to Little Big, to the song You Know. And in my opinion, it doesn't have a Russian vibe at all. It's more English, actually more 90s disco vibes. It's an original song. It's something very different than Russia usually does. Yeah, I think it could be something that they send another year to Eurovision.
Little Big is a very international, well-known group, so it might score very well with a lot of Eastern European countries that where these kinds of songs are very popular. So it might be a very good one. So I think that it might be possible that they will present themselves another year again.
Do you feel like would perform good this year instead of Russian Woman?
I personally think that the song of Little Big is better than the song that Manizha is singing. Yeah, because it's more catchy, you can dance on this song, and it's nice to look at them also. So yeah, I think they are better than Manizha.
And another question about Russian acts. One or like two of the Russian acts that come to mind are Sergei Lazarev and Bilal. And they both competed twice in Eurovision for Russia with very high results.
Yeah.
They came like third 2 times, maybe second, and they won once with their song Believe. Do you feel that Russia should send these safe, established acts, also like Little Big? Or do you feel like they should do more songs like this year, where it's more experimental and less predictable?
Well, Russia is known that they are conservative. So look at President Putin. They like to have one person that represents the whole country. So I think Russia is more, they would like to send Bilan and Sergei every year. I think that's what everyone likes to do. But in my opinion, it's also very good to give other artists the opportunity to perform on Eurovision. But I think also that it's better if Sergei and Bilan will perform more than other unknown artists.
So basically what you're saying is that you want to have like these established acts, but that also means that this year isn't really an established act. So it's like this, the artist known in your country, or is it like someone random?
Well, I didn't know her, but I don't live in Russia, so she's not very popular.
Do you know anyone who did know her? Like in your family, you must have listened to something already. Did anyone in your family know her?
No, in my family also not.
Oh, that makes very clear in how much she is known, and that this is something not that conservative, just like the year before with Little Big. Because if you're saying it's conservative, it would be strange to send someone like Little Big and something very feminist like the song of this year. So I think that's a fun thing to see from Russia, but as you said, maybe it's better to stay conservative.
I think that's better for Russia. And also something that was special this year is that Manizha, she's a feminist. She's singing about woman empowerment, and she was chosen on 8th March, so on Women's Day.
That's very interesting. That's a nice gesture. I have another question about the song. What did the general public think of this song? Like, have you followed the news in Russia about how this song was conceived?
Yes, I've read about it. Well, the general public in Russia is a bit concerned about the song because, in their opinion, is Manizha criticizing the Russian culture a bit. Manizha is against the traditional way of living. So, in her opinion, has the woman the same rights as the man? And not all Russian people are thinking the same way as she does. The people that are concerned about this song are mostly older and religious people in Russia.
Alright, so it might be very good that she performs this year just to make a statement.
Yeah, that's true.
So the next question I have for you, what famous artist from your country would you like to see compete in Eurovision?
Well, I really like Anet Sai. I like the sound of her voice, and I think she would be a good participant at the Eurovision.
And what song do you like from her? What can we play for you?
СЛёЗы.
Слонится душу об душу и чувствую, будто ты во всем мире лишний. Плохо уже так, аж хочется скрыться. Я это сама не понаслышке знаю.
So this was.
СЛёЗы van Анет Сай.
And what's your first reaction, Nikos?
Well, my first reaction was that it's a very, very sad song, and even though you don't understand what's being sung, it's very clear that it is a very dramatic song, and that's just the thing that sticks most to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the clip is also very sad. It's like this girl is imprisoned and this mother doesn't seem to care. So Gunnar, is the song about this girl being imprisoned and the mother doesn't care?
Not really. It's more about a heartbreak that you don't need to cry and that everything will be alright, that you will see the sun after a while. The clip is more to entertain or something, or not. The clip is not really about what she's singing about.
And what is she singing?
She's singing that if you're crying so many tears, then you can fool the whole sea with your tears, and it's not necessary to cry about this boy. He's not worth it.
So it's basically a song about a heartbreak.
Yes.
So are there any other entries from this year's Eurovision that you want to talk about?
Well, I listen to other countries and I like the song of Spain. It's also a very dramatic and emotional song. I think that's something that attracts me. So,
Yeah, you sent the songs to me, and I was worried about you because are you alright?
Not really. No, I'm alright. I'm doing fine.
Well, let's listen to a snippet. Blas Cantó with his song Voy A Quedarme. I'm not Spanish, but I hope I said it correctly. I will have the first reaction. I think this song is way better than his song last year. Last year was more epic, like world sounding, in my opinion. And this year it's more stripped back, but it also shows a vulnerable side of Blas Cantó, which I can really appreciate.
Yeah, and I also enjoyed listening to it, and the end gives me very much arcade vibes with
Yes.
Yeah.
with the A part. I'm not gonna try. You have to wait really long for him to sing that, so it's a very long sit, but it's worth it in the end. How about you, Gunnar? Why did you choose this song? What did you like about it?
Yeah, it's an emotional song, and I like emotional songs. And in my opinion, has the singer a very beautiful voice. And I also looked at the lyrics, and he's singing about may the sun wane, may the sky fall. He's promising to stay with his wife forever. So I think it's very beautiful what they say.
Nikos, I want to ask you a question about what you just said.
Yeah.
You said it was a long sit until it reaches like this climax. And we've seen this trend at Eurovision as well, where it's a slow build up until like this break climax point at the end. We've seen Arcade do it. Our entry from the Netherlands last year, which was Grow, which also had this very slow build until like this big explosion at the end. Do you feel like this is a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, personally, I think it's a bad thing because it would be nice to listen to the whole song and enjoy it all the way through. But I think for Eurovision wise, it is a very good thing because if you repeat and repeat and repeat the good parts, they get forgettable. But if you have one big surprise at the end, it's something which might deliver a lot of points for your country.
And it eventually got us the win in 2019 with Arcade.
So I think this is it. It's time to wrap it up. Thank you, Kunal, so much for being here today. It was a blast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was very fun to talk with you about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Is there anything you'd like to promote or plug tonight?
No, not really.
Well, if you're not gonna plug anything, I will ask everyone to please follow our Instagram. We have a lot of posts up there when a video goes online, so be sure to check that out.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah, right. Thumbs up, like, comment.
Yes.
I want to thank you for listening to our podcast. If you want to hear more, please like, subscribe, and listen to the reviews of the other countries. Take care and goodbye.